always get really excited about a day like today, and then also really sad about a day like today. It's like a perfect storm of emotions because I love giving stuff away, and I'm really excited to give away this master set of Surging Sparks. I really am, but I wish I had like 10,000 master sets to give away because I feel like I'm making one person really, really happy, and then I feel like I'm letting down like 10,000 other people because I don't have the ability to give away 10,000 of them, and that's not fun. I wish I could, but we're gonna give away one, and if you didn't win, I'm sorry. I really do wish everybody could win, but maybe you'll win the one for Prismatic Evolutions. We're still gonna do it. I don't know exactly how we're gonna do it because I probably won't open nearly as much product for Prismatic Evolutions, which means I'll probably have to buy some of the singles to fill out the Fan Clan Master Set, and that's okay. I just want to make sure that I can get as many products into people's hands at MSRP as possible. And since usually we open up our own supply to fill out the Fan Clan Master Set, or we'll open up a decent chunk of our supply, I don't want to do that with Prismatic Evolution. So we will still give away a Master Set, so make sure you're subscribed for Prismatic Evolutions. Just make sure you're subscribed. But it's going to be a little bit more difficult. It might take a little bit longer. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to announce the winner for this beautiful Surging Sparks Master Set that one of you gets, and then 10,000 of you are going to be let down and throw rocks at Fanny, and I deserve it. It's fine. But we're going to give this bad boy away right here. Huge shout out again to the Unlucky Collector who custom etched this binder. He custom etches all of our binder. At least give him a follow on Instagram at the Unlucky Collector. He does a bang up job. I know that he gets a lot of requests for these. He's just an amazing dude. So I'm going to pull up the winner here, and I'm going to do one of these, and I'm going to say congratulations to Wabe-ZR5XZ. Wabe-ZR5XZ. You are the winner of the Fan Clan Surging Sparks Master Set. So I'm gonna pin your comment, and then I just need you to reach out to me. You can email me. That's probably the best way. DannyPhantomContent@gmail.com. Or you can send me a message on Instagram at DannyPhantom, or Danny.Phantom, or you can find me on Twitter, Danny__O. Honestly, Gmail or email is probably going to be the best, DannyPhantomContent@gmail.com. So congratulations to Wabe. Again, sorry for those who didn't win. I really do honestly wish everybody could win. But unfortunately, as we continue to grow, we'll give more and more away. We're going to talk about something fun in today's video. Before we do, here's my daily sellout for Terrestrial Festival. We do still have some booster boxes available for pre-order. This comes out on December 6th. $57.99. That's our price point until these are all gone. So you can get over to CarossioShop.com. I will leave a link in the description down below. And you can pre-order booster boxes. These will ship to us on December 6th, which is release day, so we should get them in hand like December 9th, and then we will begin shipping them out throughout that entire week. So if you haven't ordered already and you want to order Terrestrial Festival, you can get it from CarossioShop.com. We're going to talk about something fun involving Pokemon cards. I had a comment the other day where somebody said there's just not enough Pokemon cards to go around, and that is so correct. There is not anywhere near enough Pokemon cards to go around to an extent. For certain sets. I always like recording these videos. I think it's really important information. We're going to talk about what's available at distribution. I think this is great information for everybody in the hobby, whether you're a collector, whether you're a competitive player, or even if you're an investor. If you're like, you all belong. First of all, like, everybody belongs. I love all you guys. I think you're all amazing. But this is important information for everybody because you want to know what's still available, what's still out there, what can stores order. And this isn't to say this is what's available at Pokemon, because Pokemon has these giant warehouses in Bellevue, Washington, you know, where you can distributors get an in-stock list of their own, and they can find out what they can order that they can then pass along to their LGSs. But this is what's available for the most part at distribution centers. So I only have a couple of distributors that I personally work with, and these will vary from time to time. Some in-stock lists from other distributors might feature different things, but I thought it would be important to kind of go through the sets that we have available, so that way you can see what's still out there, what is still being restocked at LGSs, what's still being restocked at distribution, because then you kind of can make the best decision when it comes to spending your collection dollars. And like I said, there was a comment the other day on the video. It wasn't an angry comment. It was just, hey, there's not enough to go around, and there's not. Like, there is not enough Surging Sparks to go around right now, and we're not going to get any more until, God, who knows? Like, we don't know when the next reprint is going to come, when the next restock is going to come. It doesn't look like it's going to be in 2024. I think we're going to be pushing 2025 at least. Like, there's going to be some booster boxes that pop up from pre-release kits that get broken open. That's it. Like that's pretty much it as far as Surging Sparks. We'll get through it in a second here. There's nothing Surging Sparks related available at any of my distributors. Might be some at other places, but right now, nothing. And that's not to say that more won't come out eventually. Just right now, there's none. That's just going to continue to cause the hype train to go higher and higher and higher. So maybe you back off of Surging Sparks a little bit. You continue looking around for Prismatic Evolutions pre-orders, or you focus on another set that's also fun but relatively less expensive. Prismatic Evolutions, there's not enough to go around, and there's not going to be at release. There's just not going to be. That's why it's so important not to buy into the FOMO. If you're somebody who's like, I'm not paying above MSRP, dang it, then don't. Like, seriously, don't do it. There will be opportunities later on as more and more sets come out. Prismatic Evolutions is going to release all the way throughout 2025. There's going to be opportunities to get it down the road, and there's going to be a lot of people who are focused on the new partner Pokemon set that comes out in March, the new Team Rocket set that's going to draw a lot of attention in May, and then eventually, as we get towards the end of the year, people are going to be focusing ahead on the following year when the 30th anniversary set undoubtedly gets leaked, and then all of a sudden people are going to be like, well, I got to save my money for the 30th anniversary set, so just be patient. If you miss out at the beginning, that's okay. It's still going to be a cool set a year from now. It's still going to be awesome. The cards are still going to hold just as much personal value, but it's going to be better because you waited and you didn't pay above MSRP. So if you're one of those people who doesn't want to pay above MSRP, first of all, good for you. Secondly, just be patient. It'll be okay. So we're going to go through these sets. I just wanted you to stare at Pokemon Go because I've got so much Pokemon Go that I want to sell you guys. But honestly, Pokemon Go is the oldest set that's still available, not just at distribution to my knowledge, but there's still some back stock that's available in Bellevue at the Pokemon warehouse because this continues to get offered at bundle deals and stuff like that from distributors. But this is it. This is what's remaining at the distributors that I work with. You've got the battle decks on the bottom there, the Mewtwo and the Melmetal. These actually aren't too terrible of a battle deck. Like the Mewtwo V does okay, like on its own. Everything else is basically bulk, but the Mewtwo V is going to be like that. That's an okay card. And then you've got the Dragonite V-Star Premium Deck Holder Collection. Not the best product in the world for sure. Pokemon Go packs, they will go up. If you're somebody who's sitting on Pokemon Go and you're like, when is this set going to go up? It will go up over time. How do I know this? Well, if Crimson Invasion can go up in price, Pokemon Go can go up in price because Crimson Invasion, very, very underwhelming set. But sets like Steam Siege, Fates Collide, I know, Fanny, how dare you? Those are amazing sets. I didn't think they were great. They've gone up over time. So as less and less product becomes available and more product gets cracked open, they will go up over time. But the Dragonite V-Star collection, not the best collection. They printed a lot of it because it was during the pandemic and people were nuts about Pokemon. So they probably overprinted it. It's got this big, bulky Premier Ball that's inside, and then you get a little promo card, and you get a decent amount of packs too, but that's what's available for Pokemon Go. When it comes to main series sets, Silver Tempest is it from the Sword and Shield block. Just about. There's a little smattering, like we can still talk about Crown Zenith. We'll talk about that in the next slide, but Silver Tempest is pretty much it when it comes to main series Pokemon sets that are still available at some distribution. Silver Tempest build-in battle kits. Looks like those are pretty much normal still. There's still a healthy supply of those that are available. The Elite Trainer boxes are finally coming to the end. They are still available. However, the distributors that I work with, like they just have low stock available. There's no premium price point on it, and what that typically means, there could be some still available at the Pokemon warehouse in Bellevue, but if they're low stock at distribution and they're not putting a premium price tag on it, then maybe there's still some left over, but ultimately Silver Tempest is very, very low when it comes to in-stock. The great thing, remember, Target, starting out next week, is going to have $20 ETBs. I think it's $20 ETBs for $25, $20, I think. It's half price. So these were $39.99, so $20 ETBs at Target for Black Friday deals. I think it includes Silver Tempest, Lost Origin, Astral Radiance, Brilliant Stars, those trainer gallery sets, so be on the lookout. That is by far, I think, the best deal for Black Friday. When it comes to the end of Sword and Shield, Crown Zenith is it. Like, that was the last set for Sword and Shield. You got two different Morpeko boxes up there that are still healthily available. Those V-Unions, they did not really work out. The Pikachu V-Union does okay from Celebrations, and the V-Unions, Greninja, Zacian, and whatever the other one is, those do okay as well. But the Morpeko, not so much. In the Crown Zenith packs, you only get 5 in the first one. The one on the left, that's the Morpeko Premium Playmat Collection box. You get 5 packs, I think, in there, or 4 packs. And the price tag's a little bit more expensive. And then the one next to it is a little bit better. You get that pin. They look very similar, don't they? You get that pin up there. It also comes with 7 packs as opposed to 4 packs. You still get the Morpeko V-Union and the Jumbo card. Those are still available, ready to be ordered if you so choose. And then they do still have some Elite Trainer boxes in stock. However, there is a premium price point on those. And when when I say a premium price point, that just means they have raised prices above wholesale costs, closer to market. Usually what happens is once distributors get low stock and the product is not available anymore for them to order from Pokemon, they start raising stuff up a little bit closer to that market price because it's limited and there's not going to be much left. So you can still order this, but it is limited and it's just a premium price point. As we move into the Scarlet and Violet generation, there starts to be a lot more available. And Scarlet and Violet base is the healthiest of everything. And we kind of knew that coming in, right? Like you guys probably already expected that. There are still build and battle stadiums that you can order pretty much as many as you want of. Same with the Scarlet and Violet Elite Trainer boxes. There's a ton of those available. The build and battle boxes, you can still order those, and booster boxes. This is the only set. This is going to be interesting. This is important information. This is the only set that you can still basically order as much as you want when it comes to booster boxes. There's not a premium price point on it. They're not limiting the amount that you order, and that basically tells you that there is a lot available. And the reason behind it is because Pokemon really printed a lot more of Scarlet and Violet base. They admitted to distribution, hey, we're gonna lower the print run on a set like Paldean Evolved because Pokemon lost demand. The demand wasn't there, and that's why you have all these rumblings of like short printings when it came to Surging Sparks and Stellar Crown and Twilight Masquerade because Pokemon didn't. It takes them a while to print stuff in advance, and they printed a lot of Scarlet and Violet because by the time they were printing Scarlet and Violet, there was so much demand for Pokemon. But then, as things backed off a little bit and people stopped buying as much Pokemon cards, they were coming up to Paldean Evolved, and they're like, well, maybe the gravy train is starting to dry up a little bit. Let's not print as much Paldean Evolved. And then that's why you run into situations now where the hype for Pokemon has returned and booster boxes are low pretty much everywhere. Now, they probably will reprint a lot of sets, like Scarlet and Violet, probably not. Paldean Evolved is probably done. Paradox Rift, up to Paradox Rift is probably where they probably won't reprint a whole lot more, but they're going to put more stock out there. It's just how high will the boxes climb in price, and will it be to a point where it's so high that even those reprints don't bring it down to MSRP. So this is what's still available for Scarlet and Violet base. Paldean Evolved, you can still get build and battle stadiums. Remember, it's important information as well. Remember, I told you there would be important information. Scarlet and Violet base, the build and battle stadiums, they come with one less booster pack. So same amount as far as cost goes. So you still get the 2 build and battle kits inside, but only 3 booster packs instead of 4 booster packs, which is what we were used to when they started releasing those with like whatever, Evolving Skies, I think was the first set that had build and battle stadiums. So you only get 11 packs instead of 12, same price point, but since they changed MSRP with Scarlet and Violet base, the build and battle stadiums not really quite as worth it anymore. Elite Trainer boxes still available for Paldean Evolved, a little bit higher of a price point, but I wouldn't consider it necessarily a premium price point. It's so difficult because MSRP has been risen, and then there's less packs, and it gets really confusing. So I won't call it a premium price point. It is a little bit higher than what wholesale used to be. You do have a premium price point on booster boxes, so there are still booster boxes, and you can order a decent amount, so I didn't put limited at all, but they are significantly more expensive than what wholesale costs, even close to wholesale costs. And basically what that means is they don't expect them to really reprint it anymore. This is kind of the end of the run for Paldean Evolved. So you can pay closer to market price and you can get a decent chunk if you're prepping for the future. But it's difficult right now because you probably just spent an absolute ton on Surging Sparks and you're probably preparing to spend an absolute ton on Prismatic Evolutions. So and putting your money into a lot of other sets is difficult right now. And then booster bundles, there are some available, but limited amounts available that you can order for. They put limits on stores so you can only order so much. When it comes to Obsidian Flames, again, build and battle stadium in stock, build and battle kits in stock, and then booster bundles in stock. They just bundled a bunch of these booster bundles out. Pokemon did. So there's a lot more of those available. And then they do have booster boxes, but these are premium price point. These are limited. This is kind of a point right now where we might see a little bit more Obsidian Flames out there. Definitely not like the biggest fan favorite set, but it does have Charizards in it, a lot of them, and the pull rates are super attractive for Obsidian Flames, so it should be a popular set for a long time. But again, premium price point that you can order and limited amount that you can order. Paradox Rift, you can still get Build and Battle Stadiums, you can still get Build and Battle Boxes, and you can still get check lane blisters. Those are the single pack check lane blisters. Looks like one has the Sinistra, one has the Pineco on it. And then booster boxes are available, but you can only order a limited amount right now. There is not a premium price point on them yet, and basically, in my mind, that means that there's probably still some stock available at the warehouse in Bellevue or another warehouse that Pokemon has, where there will be at least some more Paradox Rift that gets supplied to distributors if they so choose. But as of right now, there are limits on what stores can order, at least for my distributors. Paldean Fates, this is surprising. This is it. This is all that's available to order for Paldean Fates. You can't get any Elite Trainer boxes right now. You can't get any bundles right now. All you can get are the tech sticker collections, and you can only get them in a limited amount. Now, part of that is because we saw some explosive growth from that Charizard Special Illustration Rare, and also that Bubble Mew. Those have really exploded in price, but Paldean Fates very low on what you can get from distribution, which is very interesting. So Paldean Fates, obviously with the baby shinies and things like that, much, much different than what we experienced with Shining Fates, where there was just an absolute ton of Shining Fates. You can still get Shining Fates product from distribution. Temporal Forces, obviously not a very old set, tons of products still available. You can still order Elite Trainer boxes. You can still order sleeve booster packs, build and battle kits, no booster bundles. And remember, Paradox Rift was the last set where they did the build and battle stadium. So if you're somebody who's like, I want to collect every build and battle stadium, that's fine. Paradox Rift, that's all you got to collect up until, like, Evolving Skies up to Paradox Rift, and you'll have every build and battle stadium that's ever been printed. They didn't print any in Temporal Forces. Build and battle kits, you can get 3-pack blisters, and you can still get check lane boosters as well. Booster boxes, there's a theme here about booster boxes. They get bought up fast. Booster boxes, you can get a limited amount, but you cannot order. When I say limited amount, I mean really limited. Like, you might be able to order a case or maybe 2 cases from a distribution center, and that's pretty much it. And that's not going to hold you very long with the Pokemon investors nowadays. They usually want to buy the case anyways, so it doesn't hold on very long. It's just kind of, if you want to stock your brick and mortar store with 6 loose boxes, you can order a case, and that's pretty much it. That's going to have to hold you over for a little while, but limited quantities available for order when it comes to Temporal Forces booster boxes. Same thing with Twilight Masquerade. Twilight Masquerade is very, very low right now. They do have Elite Trainer boxes. Those just got kind of distributed out to distribution centers, so Pokemon did replenish those a little bit. Same thing with build and battle kits. Those got put out there a little bit more, but booster boxes, forget about it. They are very, very limited and very premium price point. What that means is, in my mind, again, out of stock pretty much at Pokemon Center or at Pokemon in Bellevue. Like, they just don't have any more that they can supply to distribution centers. So because of that, you're paying a premium price point, very close to market price. And I think the limit on it, you might be able to get like 1 or 2, and that's pretty much it. So very limited on Twilight Masquerade. Shrouded Fable, pretty much you pick, you choose, you get. Everything in stock right now. However, there's low stock of the Greninja EX, Kingdra EX. Those are probably, that's probably the best product from Shrouded Fable that people actually enjoy. Everything else, Shrouded Fable, even though I like Shrouded Fable, why does everybody hate Shrouded Fable? People just don't like Shrouded Fable. I think the artwork is slapping. Like, it is top shelf. It is really, really good. And because of that, it just doesn't get opened that much. The single cards, not doing too bad, but you can still get the 3-pack blisters with the Petronunt there. Booster bundles still in stock. You can still get Elite Trainer boxes. And then you can get these other products. The King Gambit and the Mini Tin displays are both limited, so you can only order limited amounts of them. And then the Greninja Kingdra, also low stock right now, limited, and about to go out of stock. And then Stellar Crown, everything pretty much available right now. This is the most recent main series set that's not named Surging Sparks. You have Elite Trainer boxes, sleeve boosters, 3-pack blisters, check lane blisters, booster bundles. Oh no, you don't have booster. Oh yeah, you do have booster bundles, but there's a low stock. Build and battle kits, and then you can also get booster boxes. The limit on this one is much, much higher, so you can get a decent amount of Stellar Crown if you so choose to order. No premium price point on this one, but they will limit you, so you can only get a certain amount of cases, I think. But there is still some available in stock. Here's Surging Sparks. It's empty. There's nothing. There is just, like I said before, you can't get anything right now. Recently, Build and Battle kits just got released to the stores who don't have brick and mortar, so we just got our allocation of Build and Battle kits, I think, a couple days ago, so I put those up on the website. What we have left, that's it. That's all the Surging Sparks that's out there. It's until they reprint or recirculate some more, it's just going to continue to climb in price, and I'm sure they will reprint or restock or whatever you want to call it, but it's going to continue to climb until then, and we're going going to see some pretty crazy price points. They're also going to have to make sure that they fill up those marketing companies that stock those big box retailers, because you go to the store and a lot of sleeve boosters, a lot of those peg hooks are empty when it comes to Surging Sparks, unfortunately. It's just the hype hit like crazy really fast. When you say they're out of products, Pokemon doesn't have products, this is wrong. This is bad. There's a lot of stuff that you can order from distribution. So don't think that Pokemon is underprinting anything. It's just they are underprinting the stuff that's in demand. And this is what makes it so difficult to own a card store. Because if you want strong allocations, and this is what you really need to understand, this is probably the most important information that I can give you in this video. If you want to own a card store, or if you want to start an online store and you want to get partnered with a distributor, you got to take all this. All this stuff you're going to have to take, and you're going to have to figure out a way to sell it. You cannot just take Prismatic Evolutions. You cannot just take Surging Sparks. You have no right to be mad at your distributor for giving you low allocation numbers on Prismatic Evolution or Surging Sparks if you did not order any of this stuff over the past year. It's not fair. They have to take this stuff from Pokemon. They have contractual agreements. They have to take a certain amount, and because of that, there is a ton of Pokemon product that's out there. The problem is all of this stuff that you're looking at right now. So you've got tins, you've got collection boxes, you've got collector. This is just a small amount. I just want to pick some products that were still in stock that you probably have seen before. The Trainer Toolkit from 2024. They also have Trainer Toolkits from 2023. They have Iono boxes, but they also have Cyrus boxes. And they have stacking tins from multiple years. They have this Dark Powers box. They have My First Battle. They have Battle Academies. They have all this other stuff there that you have to take if you want to get higher allocation numbers. And this stuff is tough to move because it's already moving out there at discounted prices. It's already moving out there for below wholesale. So a lot of card stores are like, I don't want to take this stuff because I'm going to sell it at a loss. And I'm not in a position right now where I can operate selling product at a loss. That's just not fair. And I get it. It's not a fair world, but this is what Pokemon prints. Pokemon is printing to meet different age groups, different demand groups. So they're putting out My First Battle because they want kids to learn the game. They want people to grow in the hobby. They're putting out Iono Premium Tournament collections because Iono goes nuts. If they wouldn't have reprinted Iono at all, if they wouldn't put more Iono copies out there, you'd be paying $6, $7 for a copy of Iono from Paldean Evolved because it's a playset in every single deck that's out there. Raging Bolt, if they wouldn't have printed this tin, you might have another card that's $20 for a regular art EX because it is very competitive. So they're throwing all this stuff out there trying to see what sticks, and unfortunately none of it is really sticking. And the reason behind that really is because you have a lot of Pokemon investors right now who are coming in and they're taking booster boxes, they're taking capstone products, they're taking Elite Trainer boxes from the specialty sets that come out, and they don't want any of this. And they're paying premium price points. Like, they're more than welcome to do what they want to do, and they should do it that way. But because of that, you have a lot of tough product out there to move, which makes it very difficult for storefronts to then get allocations to sell to the customer. So there is a lot of Pokemon cards out there. So don't let anybody tell you there's not. It's just not necessarily the products that you're looking for. And I think Pokemon really kind of needs to address that, and they kind of need to change things up a little bit. Figure out where their clientele is and start printing a little bit smarter. But there's a lot of stuff out there, and I kind of wanted to showcase that so that way you can understand, okay, well, this makes more sense. There's a lot of accounts that have signed up with distribution. A lot when it comes to Pokemon. You don't need a brick and mortar store. After the pandemic, a lot of distributors started opening up the option to apply for distribution rights as a online store, and because of that, they have a lot of smaller accounts that they're going to have to service. And this is stuff that a lot of those smaller accounts will take a little bit of, and then they'll get a little bit of Prismatic Evolution, but there's just not as much of that stuff to go around when there's all this other stuff that's just sitting. So it makes it very, very difficult. So there are Pokemon cards out there. Unfortunately, just not enough of the in-demand sets that people want. So there's the good thing about this stuff is it will have packs that you want in it, like the Blood Moon Ursaluna collection box that's still available. That has 2 Surging Sparks packs in it. It also has a Twilight Masquerade pack in it. So that's 3 really strong packs. I think the other one is Stellar Crown. So, I mean, that's a $20 box, but you get 2 Surging Sparks. You get the Blood Moon Ursaluna promo, and then you get the Twilight Masquerade pack as well. And then who knows? Maybe you'll pull a Squirtle or a Bulbasaur out of the Stellar Crown pack. So there is still going to be products available. You want to open up Surging Sparks, you can open up Surging Sparks, but you're going to have to get a collection box in order to do it. That's just where we're at right now. So I hope you enjoy the content. If you did, please hit that subscribe button down below. Leave a like, leave a comment. I love you guys. Thank you so much for everything. We'll be back on Sunday with another video. Until next time, peace.